Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sandbox Saturday stream. I'm Alex Forza, aka Kamisazi, joined here in voice, mind, body, and soul by the impressively sweatered Lucas is right. Looking good. Oh, it's Deadpool. The green screen camera settings make it look more orange than red.
It's quite red.
As everybody knows, orange is my favorite color, so I'm just gonna say that that's a orange timeline variant of Deadpool, and I like it that way.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So earlier today, somebody tried to tell me I shouldn't be wearing it because it's a Christmas sweater and it's after Christmas. And I promptly told them that they were a silly fool and that it is not a Christmas sweater. It is a winter sweater. And these are not Christmas trees. They are evergreen trees and snowflakes, and that they could cram it with walnuts.
Yeah,
That's how my day went.
You know, if it had Santa Claus on it,
It does not.
even then it'd just be some old guy with a beard and a warm hat, you know.
I mean, they're both jolly fools that wear a lot of red, so I can see the confusion. I can see the confusion, but once the confusion is cleared up,
they definitely
should
take
just
care
go
of
away.
the naughty children. So, anyway,
yeah,
today is the Avenged Sevenfold Game Jam Award show. Thank you everybody for tuning in.
So excited.
We've got a few news items to cover, some things to talk about before we get going with the Game Jam Awards. So first off, we've got a form from Vpire. I almost said Vvox. From Vpire, who's our
from one of the V's.
Yeah. Who's our game maker community leader. So this forum in the chat here is about the Halloween Game Jam and asking, did you participate? And then other questions. I did not participate, so I'm gonna say no. I mean, I did as a judge, but what is the main reason you decided not to register? Oh no. So just fill this out. Let V know what's going on. So, wait, is that an option? I was a judge. Other, please specify. I'm in charge. I work here. Hey, Vpire in the chat. Hey, Sam Fam, Alex, and Lucas. Hi, Vpire. I'm afraid I did not account for judges. That's okay. I just won't fill it out.
How dare she? The nerve of some people.
All right, so that's that. Now we have some sad, bad, gross stuff to talk about. Scammers and how to spot them.
Scared me.
So it's the weekend, so this person is not banned yet. This person is going to get banned. So Larami, if you're watching, hold on to your butt. You're about to get rocked. Banned. I mean, I don't know what else we could do. So, this person was minting and selling counterfeit assets. That looked like the NFT French Red Cross bag. Now, I'm not going to explain how they did. I know how they did it. I'm not going to explain that because I don't want to give anybody else any fuel for bad ideas they may have. But I will tell you, as a user, how you can spot these scams and know how to avoid them. Let me see if I can even, because this asset already got banned. Okay, because I'm an admin, I can actually get to this. So, so I've banned all the counterfeit assets that were on the dashboard. So you can't see them on the Sandbox site anymore. You can't click them. You can't buy them. This person did get reported, and I took care of it as soon as I saw the reports. But They didn't get reported until after somebody had two people had bought these counterfeit assets. Unfortunately, um, we still need to figure out how we're going to deal with that. But uh, what they did is they minted. I think they've minted 3 of these total, um, out of 4 of these that they uploaded. I don't know why they're minting them one at a time, um, because they're dumb and bad at the same time. Probably. I feel like I feel pretty good about calling a scammer dumb. Um,
I'm okay with it. I support this action.
they
This this
could
this life choice.
they could have minted something legitimate and tried to sell that. They could have done something cool, but instead they decided to trick people into buying these. So the original item for this sold out. Let me pull that up. Marketplace. This is um the token gate item for the French Red Cross event. Now, when you look at this, you'll notice that it says that there's 1,000 of these minted. 1,000 catalysts got used to make this common item. It is created by uh, Cross Red French. I I'm not going to try to say I don't speak French.
Is
So
it CROIX?
it'd be Croy. I think I'm not sure. I'm not Croy.
Roy
I don't.
Rouge?
Yeah, that's what it would be. But I have no accent to say
Roy.
that.
Roy.
So you'll notice that 1,000 minted. That's pretty important. And if you scroll down here, there's a bunch of listings, a bunch of people. I can't scroll on this, so there may only be 5 listings, but there's at least 5 listings. So a bunch of different accounts have listed their copies of this. And if you went to the fake one, it says there's only one minted and created by this random idiot. And there was a listing for when this was for sale, but it was just the one. So that's a couple red flags. This is not this account does not appear to be like a company account. It's just a random user. Um and it's only got the one minted. And if you went to their account before I banned the assets, they had 4 in their workspace, and at the time there were only 2 minted. Now you see it says inventory 1. That's because they minted a third one after I banned it. So you can't see it here. It's being suppressed because it's a banned asset, but they do have an item in their inventory, which is the fake one that was minted. So, and for some reason it says workspace 0 and still shows that one there. That might just be, I don't know if other people can see this or not. I might. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I already banned this one. So how can you protect yourself against this? So when you're going to buy this item, just look at the quantity. Does that quantity make sense?
Yeah.
For just one of them for a pass to an event, doesn't make sense. And if you saw this on OpenSea, what would be the red flags to look out for? So you can see, unfortunately, somebody did buy this one. We're gonna see how we can work things out with that. But if we go to the item activity, it looks like a few people sold this around. So I don't know if this was a scammer selling it to themselves to kind of bounce it around and make it look legitimate, or if just several people in a row fell for this trick. Or if somebody fell for the trick, realized it, and then decided to pass it along, which would be unfortunate. Yeah, it looks like the price went down each time. People were just trying to recoup their losses. Don't do that. If if you accidentally buy a scam asset, report it. Please tell me. Like, there's a report button and I get those emails. So if you,
Personally?
yeah, well, I mean, it's not my personal email account, but it's a reports email account, and I'm typically the one checking it. So,
Gotcha.
uh, so you don't get the ban asset button, only I do. But report NFT, report that. It sends me an email, and I check those every day, and will see if it's, you know. Please give a reason for the report. A lot of people, they will
Fair.
so like they might say like scams, continue. And then sometimes people don't actually put anything in here. Like you do need to put something, but they might just like mm, oh yeah, you don't actually have to type anything. You just have to select like asset or title. So they might click asset and then hit report. Please say why you're reporting it, because that helps me, because otherwise I have to do some detective work of like what's the problem here. And I have to figure it out on my own. In this case, people had reported it to Discord. The assets they reported to Discord, and I got tagged in the Discord tickets about it. So that's how I saw this before the account was reported. Um, yeah. So just fill out info. Say like this is a counterfeit item. This is a duplicate of a real thing. They're passing off as their own. Um, whatever information you can give me is helpful in speeding up my investigation and how I deal with it. Um, so definitely please use that report button if you spot something like this. And
Would you want
somebody,
them
sorry, go ahead. What's the question?
would you want them to also add the information for the real item?
That would be helpful. I mean, a lot of times, if it's counterfeit item, it's probably going to have the same name,
Oh, gotcha.
and I
Yeah,
would try to look
okay.
it up that way. But definitely like, yeah, say, hey, this is imitating the official NFT French Red Cross Pass, or something like that. Or whatever, any terms of use breaking. There's a bunch of other reasons you can report an NFT. It can be pornographic, can be hateful, can be bullying, can be promoting self harm or violence, can be a copyright infringement. Uh, yeah, there's other reasons to report. Um, so, uh, where was I going with this? So how you, if you're on OpenSea, how can you spot this? So on OpenSea, it might be slightly harder to notice at first, but there are ways to spot it as well. Um, Let me get the real one up on OpenSea. Um, okay, so actually so Sandbox doesn't give an OpenSea link unless it's sold out on the Sandbox, which is kind of cool. But um, we'll pull that up here. Let's go to Sandbox assets. Um, what? Oh, because it's what went for characters. That's why. Okay, so we search Red Cross, and again we see there's 1,000 of this one, and only singles of these two. That's another red flag.
Hmm.
Um, so if we look at the official one and we compare it to the unofficial one, uh, we'll see that they tried to duplicate it by having like the same description, or at least some of the same description. It looks like they tried to like disclaimer themselves out of getting in trouble. Any resemblances in name or descriptions are purely coincidental and used solely for artistic purposes. This NFT represents a purely creative work of art crafted for you with a passion, creativity, and inspiration. That doesn't get you out of trouble. This is clearly a scam.
I one
Um,
time stole a Rolex watch, but after I stole it, I said, just kidding. And so nothing happened. Everyone laughed.
this is more like making your own counterfeit Rolex watch and going, it's not a scam because I did this for artistic reasons. Um, yeah, no, that doesn't get you out of trouble. But a question that came up on the Discord ticket is, why did these both say by 11.4 B1D? that made to them that made it sound like it was an official asset when they looked at it, because
Mhm.
that brings you to this unnamed thing that has all of the Sandbox assets in it. What is this? So this address is the I believe it is the deployer for Polygon Sandbox assets. You'll see that it's got two collections under its name. One is the Sandbox Assets Polygon, and the other is the Sandbox's Catalysts. So this would probably be the deploying contract that created the asset and catalyst contracts on Polygon. That's what that is. So that buy a long time ago used to show the artist name for Sandbox assets. So some of like my oldest assets actually say by Kamisazi if you look at them on OpenSea, but
Mhm.
not more recent ones. It's been a long time since that buy line has worked correctly. I don't know if that's something that OpenSea can fix, or something that we need to fix on the Sandbox side. I don't know if that's going to be corrected and if it's going to be retroactive. I'm not sure. I'm going to talk to some people and see if we can get that sorted. But just know that because you see 11.4b1d as the creator on OpenSea does not mean that it's any sort of official thing. Anybody who mints a Polygon asset, it'll show that buy because that's the deployer for the whole contract. What you want to look for is you scroll down to item activity, go all the way to the bottom, and it'll say airdrop from null address to Dirty Filthy Scammer 69. Uh, uh, so
Can
that
indeed confirm they are both dirty and filthy.
right. So this airdropped to the scam creator, or whatever the asset creator is, because majority of the assets being minted are not scams, right? This is actually the first one that I've seen that's been a scam asset on Polygon. So um scam and not copyright infringement. I've seen copyright infringement ones. Don't do that either. Like, do stuff that you have the rights for. But um yeah, anyway, so that's how you can see that it's not an official asset because it minted to this random person. um and you can always go up here, go to view website, take you back to the asset. Now in this case, uh this would, for a normal user, this would send them back to the Sandbox homepage because the asset's already banned. I have admin privileges, it sends me to the actual asset. This is already banned, but you could see the created by, you could see one minted. So these are all the little breadcrumbs where you can see what somebody's actually doing, and know whether it's the official thing or not. And that 1,000 minted, that's what you want to look for. That indicates somebody invested a lot of money to make sure that they could mint 1,000 of this item. Um, could a scammer do that in the future? Yeah, they could. Uh, Hopefully they won't. Scammers don't usually spend a lot of money on their scams. That's kind of why they're scamming, right? Um, but yeah, keep an eye out for those things. As always, you can reach out to ambassadors and to staff uh, to find out, hey, is this legit? This doesn't look right. The reason this sold in the first place is because they were selling it for like way less than this. They sold it for like 50 or 60 sand instead of for 108 sand, which was the lowest going price on this. The other uh Lucas, yeah, you were starting to freeze up for a second there. I don't know
Okay,
if that was
cool.
Discord, but it was happening on my screen too.
Okay. I think I'm good now.
Um Now there was another problem uh that was related to the official asset. Let's get let's get this gross person out of here. Um they were Somebody was trying to buy this one listed by Nexaway here, and the contract was failing, and they couldn't figure out why it was failing. The reason why is because Nexaway already sold it on OpenSea. Now that doesn't mean Nextaway is scamming. It just means they listed it on more than one marketplace, which is okay to do, but you need to remember to take down your listing or make your listings very short. Otherwise, it's going to confuse people. If I try to go buy this now, well, I don't think I have any sand on Polygon. It's probably going to tell me that I'm not even connected. So, um, if I go and try to buy this, it's going to have like a little red bar pop up at the bottom and go like it was rejected, something like that. Because if we go to their profile, they don't own any. It's they have nothing on their account. I mean, they got their Biggie avatar, but they have no assets in their inventory. And we can actually see their wallet address, and we can go to OpenSea and we can see what they have. So we can see that they've got an avatar. This is the only NFT they have on their account. But if we go to their activity, you can see that they listed it on OpenSea. So this is where they bought it. This is where it transferred from the owning, Red Cross account to them. This is where they listed it on OpenSea. This is where they sold it on OpenSea, and this is where it transferred to the new owner on OpenSea. But that doesn't prevent, or that doesn't take down the listing on the Sandbox. I'm not sure if there's a way that the Sandbox can easily kind of scrape that data back and go like, hey, these items sold on OpenSea, gotta reduce this inventory on the Sandbox, because it's two separate contracts. And I know that if I listed something on, say, LooksRare and OpenSea and it's sold on LooksRare, it would not delist from OpenSea. Like, that's because of the way the contracts work for selling something on a platform. They can't change without there being a purchase or some sort of transaction. So if you go to sell something on the Sandbox and then you want to cancel that, you do have to pay a gas fee. It's free to list, but you do have to pay a gas fee to unlist it, because that kind of like, it like bookmarks your place on chain and goes, nobody can buy this, somebody's buying it right now. You're not really buying it, you're taking it down. So that gas fee uh knocks the sale off and prevents anybody else from trying to make that purchase. But if you've still got it listed and you sell it somewhere else, now the listing is still there on say the Sandbox. It's sold on OpenSea and the Sandbox still has the listing, but you don't have any inventory. So it'll try to start the transaction, and the website goes, "Oh no, it's there's nothing to buy here." Um, so yeah, just, you can always, if you're getting a rejected transaction, just click the listed by and go, "Oh, hey, they don't have any." That means that they sold out somewhere else or they transferred it. Something happened. Then you can go to the next person. The next person's only selling it for 1 sand more. So then you can buy it from 98 Yusuf King, and they do have it in stock. So buy it from them. Um, yeah, this is I'm gonna talk to somebody about if we can get these ones that have already sold elsewhere knocked down. But this has been like a long-standing problem, not just with the Sandbox. This is true for other marketplaces like OpenSea and stuff. It is possible to sell elsewhere and have those listings still up. That actually, I think somebody, gosh, this was like news like 2 or 3 years ago. Somebody did like uh uh a joke listing of an asset. They're like, "Ha, I'll sell it for this cheap amount," but they like didn't keep it in that account. Um, Somebody bought it somewhere else, then transferred it back to their account. They did something weird where it, because they hadn't gotten rid of their sale on this other account, uh, they ended up accidentally selling it. It was a weird thing. Um, don't try to do weird stuff. You just end up getting yourself in trouble. But yeah. Was that clear enough? How to spot fake ones and how to
I think that
know if
was.
it's not, if you're not able to buy it, why?
Especially if you're not able to buy it, why? That was a question I've had in the past that
Yeah.
I've had answered for me, and that was really because there have been times where I tried to make a purchase, like there was a perfect helmet or something. I was trying really hard to get. Actually, it was that sword. It was the sword, like the Frostfang sword that you have. It was like the perfect sword. And I was like sitting there, like it says there's still one there. Why can't I do this? And
Somebody bought it elsewhere.
yeah, you bought it elsewhere. You bought it on the
Was it
Sandbox
me?
site.
Oh
It was
no!
you. It was you and Ikion. You both got. I was happy to know that some friends got it though. So, but yeah, I was sitting there for like 20
It's
minutes, like
mine.
buy, buy, reject, reject, reject. But yeah, your explanations were very clear.
Okay. I never knew it was me.
Yeah, you
You're not
did.
getting it back.
That's fair. That you won it fair and square. I'm very happy for you. It
You
went to a
got. I
good
think
home.
you got a very powerful hat.
Yeah, yeah.
You got 100 power hat for me, which does the same thing as having 100 power sword.
I also got the 100 speed shoes.
There you go.
So I'm doing all right.
Human
Sergio
rocket
gonna
over
be
here.
fine.
All right. Well, now that we've gotten the not fun stuff out of the way, this is a very bright. You can see, like, I just went pale.
Hmm. Oh, did you die?
There we
Are you a ghost?
go. I got blown away by the light that is this window here. Um, this is what happens when you're just staring at like a 30 something inch monitor. It's very very bright. This is
I,
what dark mode's for. Is there a dark mode on
mm,
this on medium? There
mm,
should be.
there should
Um,
be.
sorry, I'm coming down with like a cold, so my nose is like filling up as I speak. So if I like start making like honky little piggy noises, it is because my daughters passed along their cold. My wife and kids have been sick since before Christmas, just passing around various illnesses, bronchitis, viral coughs, sinus infections, and I somehow have managed to not get any of it until today. Uh, so anyway, the Halloween game jam. It's not Halloween anymore, but people have been working on cool games since then. This is held for Avenged Sevenfold. We are doing the award ceremony right now. The theme
Right
was the Death
now.
Bats compel you to enter an eerie mansion and explore the secrets hidden within, if you dare. Use Opera does it automatically. Yeah, but all my stuff's on Chrome.
What is opera?
I've been using
Uh,
Chrome for like 10 years. What's Opera?
At
Opera's
first, I thought that said Oprah. I was like, no, thank you. She doesn't seem like she could be used very easily.
actually a very old web browser. Been around for a long time.
Hmm. Like Ask
It's
Jeeves.
it's only used by nerds, basically. Um, anyway,
Yes, yes.
so
Anyway,
Deathbats compel you to enter an eerie mansion and explore the secrets hidden within, if you dare. Let your imagination run free. Imagine narration. Let your imagination run free. What horrors will we find within? We look forward to know. The theme is Horror Mansion. Uh, the competitors in this got a special version of the Sandbox Game Maker, which let them use official Avenged Sevenfold music. There's a cat or a dog.
it's a pup. It's a
It's a
puppy.
puppy. All I could see was the ear.
It's Lily.
It's very fluffy. Um, so I don't think that you'll be able to hear the music if you go and play now. You can play
Hmm.
these games in Sandbox version 0.9.9. In fact, I would recommend everybody watching right now that you go and download the Sandbox Game Maker 0.9.9, the latest version, if you don't already have it, because reasons.
Because
Um,
reasons. Those are
because
good
reasons.
reasons too.
Yeah. Um, so, yeah, they put official Avenged Sevenfold music in their games. Once these publish to like the map, they might still be able to play those if we do like an official like Avenged Sevenfold estate. publishing deal with them. I'm not sure exactly how that's all going to work, but if you go and play them now, I don't think it's actually going to play the Avenged Sevenfold music. It might. I haven't tried these on the latest Game Maker, but they will still play. It just might be without the music. All right, the prizes. First place is $5,000 in sand tokens. That's not even 5,000 sand. That's $5,000 in sand at the time it's sent. Second place is $2,500 in sand. Third place is $1,500 in sand. Fourth through 10th place is $500 in sand. And honorable mentions, up to 10, there are 10 of them, 250 sand each. All right. So, all the rules and stuff, usability, playability, all that fun stuff. If you want to read that, you can, but we're not going to go over there right now. Wrong transition. We are going to go ahead and play the top 10 in a random order.
We're going to play all 10 of them?
In a video, like 15-second clips of each.
Oh, that's way different than what I was thinking. I was like, "Oh my goodness gracious, this is going to be wonderful."
I'm not gonna marathon playing 10 games in a row on stream. You know that would take me like 2 days.
Minimum.
So we're gonna play the top 10 in a random order. Lucas, you should turn on your. Actually, I'm gonna stream to you as well. Because I think you'll appreciate the music I picked.
Alex is an amazing DJ, by the way. In case anyone was wondering, he looks like he would kill it on, like, I don't know, bass guitar, banjo, any stringed instrument, really. I could see you playing the harp, like
I do play
an
bass.
Absolute savant. But he is a DJ extraordinaire. Like, I'm not just saying that because he's my homie. I'm not just saying that because he's my pal. I'm saying that because it's true. I've hired tons of DJs, over hundreds of DJs throughout my lifetime to play at the nightclubs. And I know talent when I see it. And Alex is very talented. He can string the music together in such an organic way. Oh, it's talent.
All right. I think I'm getting it oversold here a little bit, but I do have fun with it. I try to make it fit.
And, it shows.
I just know that the genre of music is going to be appreciated by Lucas, if nobody else. All right. Is everybody ready?
I'm so ready.
All right. Here we go. Mansion of Pain by Bago Games. These are the top 10 in any random order. Echoes of Holloway Mansion by Zombie Hunt by Globo Studios. Scattered Souls by Great Artworks Studios. Black Crow Mansion by Studiori.
We played that one.
I did not.
Oh, never mind. I thought that was when you and me played together.
Nope. Knock Knock by Elky Studio. So because Mansion's the theme, a lot of them have Mansion in the name.
Oh, wow.
Horror House Janitor by 4 Girls. Medalo Mansion by Yesum Jam Game Studio. This is the one we played on stream.
Ah.
Sinister 7 by Vox and Cheese. I feel like that transition to a different song.
It did. I did.
DI Mansion by Kratos Studio. And now for our honorable mentions. Midnight Escape Monster Room by PGV Lab. Eternal Shadows of Mansion's Melody by TPM Team. History of the Dark Mansion by Powpad's Lab. Tower of Terror Soul by GoGoBox.
What?
Pumpkin King's Mansion by Metaguru. Metal Mansion by Molkas. A Little Piece of Darkness by B-Team. Death Bat Mansion by The Nobodies. Party at the Haunted Manor by the Mega Touche Studios Warriors. TMTCSW. Inner Demons by Lucidity.
I really like that bonsai tree in the center of the table.
There's a lot of great design going on.
Oh my god.
All right.
Hey, Alex.
What's up?
I'm gonna need a second. My mind was blown. I need to go pick it up off the floor.
All right. We're just going to loop that in the background while we talk about these games a little bit. Did you say something, Lucas? It got really garbled.
I said, do you feel like you just ran like a couple miles? Because I feel like I did. Like watching all of those entries fly by. Like I'm a little winded right now. And
I feel editing the video together.
Yeah. I don't know. Is that like running like an Ironman triathlon, I'm assuming?
Kinda, yeah.
I mean, you are looking a little svelte right now. So I think you lost some weight.
You can only absorb so much oxygen. Yeah, lots and lots of great entries. We saw some new multiplayer, like competitive multiplayer aspects. And remember, this was done in 0.8.
Mm-hmm.
So all the new like features with like rules and variables and like multiplayer aspects that just didn't scratch the surface of the new version. They didn't have access to this.
Mm-hmm.
So this is done in 0.8 and just some amazing work. So much was done with lighting, aesthetics. Right here with flashlight, dark lighting. some really cool effects going on. Really great concepts and everything. I'd say, yeah, 0.8 did not stop them. I mean, I'd say 0.8 enabled like a lot of creativity, but seeing even just the update to 0.9 right after, I can only imagine what updates will come to these games in the future. As I hope most of these get published after something. Music is too loud. Conversations remain very low. My mic can't get any louder. It's turned up to 100. Sorry, Viberson. Just have to deal with the awesome music.
Is the music still playing?
No. Oh, it is. Oh no. Sorry, that was my fault.
I was so confused.
I was confused too. I was like, how is music still too loud? You know, funny thing. Let's see. I don't know if I can show this correctly. I have this cool mixer thing, and which button is it?
I got the same one.
Yeah.
That's right. I bought it because you told me to.
This is a mute and unmute button, but if you can see, I don't know if it'll focus. It says self. It says self. I was muting it to just myself, not to the stream. I'm sorry, everybody. So I don't know how much of that got missed by this being awesome. I'm gonna turn it up slightly. There we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to redo mine because my mute buttons don't work at all. So I think I'm gonna need to redo my my settings so that I can get that going because that would be super nice.
You should be able to update the drivers from the app that goes with it. That might fix it. Hopefully.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's an easy fix. I just need to put some time into it. We could talk about that another day.
I didn't even notice because I mean it's like at arm's length for me. I can read the words, but they're really tiny. So yeah, I didn't even see that it was muted to self. So it's just still playing full blast to everybody else.
I mean, it's good music. You're welcome.
Yeah, you should have enjoyed it more. All right, so recap of what I was saying in case you couldn't hear me before because of technical silliness. 0.8 has a lot of good features. 0.9 has even better features. This was all done in 0.8, and some of the things that were pulled off would have been easier in 0.9, but it wasn't out yet when they made these games. And what people did with 0.8 was amazing. We saw some competitive multiplayer games where you have to face off against other people in the game. We saw creative puzzle building, like what you got going on here with this garden maze. We saw all sorts of great stuff in this game jam, and the aesthetic of everything, the use of dynamic lighting and visual effects really is leveling everything up, and people took great inspiration for this game jam and took it to a whole new level. Absolutely
slayed it.
All right, anything else, Lucas? Anything you want to add other than slate it?
I mean, you've kind of said it all. I was really impressed by what people did and how they did it, but the aesthetics about it all. Like, there was so many experiences that there was just moments where you would just stop and just take in your surroundings or take in a specific asset that they had created for their game and just be mind blown. It was so artistic and creative and beautiful, and it was so metal while still remaining true to like the Sandbox style, but there was a lot of very obvious Avenged Sevenfold fans that were involved with this. Like, it was just wonderful. Like, I really got behind this theme, and I was really happy when it came out, when it hit the market, when people started creating with it. And I really hope that people take inspiration from this and just kind of keep going forward with some of the themes or some of the styles that we saw kind of get born during this game jam. And I really hope we see more just get created in the same light, in the same vein.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely excited to see these things get playable on the map. We're still getting things settled with the Steve Aoki game jam to get all of those experiences published. And then up next we got the Playboy game jam going live on the map. So, I mean, even if it's just for the opportunity to get your game published with these partners, like it's a great thing to go participate in. Um, I think the next announcement is still pending, right? We didn't announce the next game jam, did we? I know
Um,
the Care Bears game jam is closed now, right? I think, or people are still working on those.
I saw an announcement come out for a Dr. Bomkus game jam. Is that the one you're
Oh,
wondering about?
it is announced. Okay, was that today? Was that this morning?
Yeah, I would say I believe it was yesterday that it was released. I saw a Medium article come out for that very recently. It was in the last 24 hours.
Oh, okay. I was not looking.
But
Let's
yeah, I found
see.
the tweet for it. 1 second. I'll drop it in the chat for all you beautiful human beings.
Let's pull that up real fast and
Yeah.
let's talk about it.
Hmm?
I said let's talk about it.
Somebody in the chat asked when the next event was. Oh wait, this event. Never mind. They might mean, well, if they're asking about Game Jam event, then here it is.
All right. So 100K sand pool, 19 templates. 19 templates. Oh, okay. I knew the Bomkus game experiences were coming into the game maker as templates, but I did not know there's going to be 19 of them. Live awards, join us on Twitch. You know where that is. And register before January 15th. That means you have 9 days to register for this. There
Get
is
on
a
it, friends.
Medium article, and V posted the link that's on the Sandbox website as well. Um, let's see. Are you ready to start 2024 with an epic game jam in the Sandbox? Hope you took some rest over the holidays because we are back for a blast with a 100K sand prize pool and other exciting rewards such as lands, catalysts, and publishing opportunities. What do I need to do? Well, Dr. Bumpkus is well known for his secrecy and he is keeping the specifics tight to his chest. But vain as he is, he would of course request that your games are themed around him. Dr. Bumpkus may not always be entirely trustworthy, but one thing is for sure, he will handsomely reward those who please him. Don't miss out. All right. So registration link is in there. Registration's closed on the 15th. And Bumpkus fires the shots starting on January 16th. That's where the official theme will be revealed. Registered participants will be invited for a kickoff AMA with the Game Jam program managers
Hmm.
at 1:30 p.m. UTC on the same day. I'm guessing that's is that V and Corton?
V Pyre,
V
if
Pyre,
you
not V
will.
Vox. Yeah, sorry. I should
No,
specify.
you
V and
me and
Corton.
Cornton.
V
There
Pyre
you
and
go.
Corton. There you go. And is that AMA going to be on Twitch or Discord? Can you share that yet? I mean, it'll be announced. All right, and please make sure to check your emails throughout the game jam. They will check in on check in with you all along the way with more AMAs, workshops, resources, and more. It's a Google Meet link set to the registered participants. Excellent.
Okay.
Um, awesome. So a bit of help from the team there too. Um, publishing opportunities. The Sandbox welcomes you on our land. Taking part in this game jam offers select contestants the opportunity to get their games published directly on one of the Sandbox's dedicated estates. First place is 30,000 sand and a 1x1 land and a gold catalyst pack.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know what's in a gold catalyst pack, but I'm guessing it's cool catalysts.
Sounds
Second
fancy.
place is 16,000 sand, a 1x1 land, and a silver catalyst pack. Third place, oh, it's specified below. Oh, yeah, what are catalyst packs right here at the bottom? Third place is 10,000 sand, 1x1 catalyst, and 1x1 land, and a silver catalyst pack. Fourth place, 6,000 sand, 1x1 land, silver catalyst pack. Fifth through 10th
Jesus.
place, 3,000 sand, 1x1 land, and a bronze catalyst pack. And honorable mentions up to 10, 2,000 sand each. Woo!
Wow.
That's a huge prize pool. Same
I might enter this.
same as usual rules for KYC. What are catalyst packs? A gold catalyst pack is 1 legendary, 3 epic, 10 rare, 50 common, and 100 uncommon. Silver catalyst pack is 1 epic, 5 rare, 25 common, and 50 uncommon. 25 common and 50 uncommon. I might have flipped common and uncommon. Green's common, gray is the uncommon. Bronze catalyst pack, 3 rare, 10 common, and uncommon. Good grief, I'm gonna. I've since 2020, I've been saying for 4 years now. I've been saying legendary, epic, rare, common, and now I've got uncommon. That's like inserting between rare and common, and it's messing me up. It's
How
tripping me up,
dare?
but
How
I'll
dare?
get it eventually. Um, 10 uncommon and 25 common. Key dates: January 5th, registrations open. January 15th, registrations closed. January 16th, game jam kickoff and AMA and theme reveal. February 5th, submission deadline. So you get almost a whole month to work on it. And then March 9th, live award ceremony on Twitch, 7 p.m. UTC. Right here. All the other rules and stuff in there. Make sure you go check that out from the links above in the chat. Glad we got that mentioned. I did not realize it had been announced. So, yeah. AsVive.com has a couple of questions. Is it a good time for questions? Anytime's a good time for questions. We'll just answer them when we can. Sorry, I got to keep hydrated today. Otherwise, otherwise I'm going to lose my voice. There was a question earlier related back to the gross scammy stuff that we were talking about if we can get rid of KYC for that person. And I will mention that no KYC is needed for minting at this point, which might sound shocking to some people, but is not unusual. You can mint on OpenSea without KYC. You can mint on other platforms without KYC. I've actually never minted on a platform that required KYC that I can think of. If you like get into just all the other art platforms that you can mint on. I'm not trying to like advertise anybody specifically, and I also don't want to misspeak because some of them may require KYC, and that when I was on them did not require KYC. But um, the issue with having KYC for minting is that a lot of creators will set up an account for a specific project. So you might like if we're just going to use voxel-ocean. Voxel-ocean probably might. This is hypothetical. voxel-ocean, which is Lucas's company, could have a voxel-ocean account that is their company account where they all collaboratively work together, even though each individual artist and game designer and level designer and writer on their team might have their own personal Sandbox accounts, which are KYC'd for them to be able to play the games and participate in events and just exist as an individual. You can't KYC that voxel-ocean account if all the individuals are already KYC'd. They've already used their identification to KYC a Sandbox account. And then say voxel-ocean gets a contract with Avenged Sevenfold, and they wanted to make a dedicated voxel-ocean Avenged Sevenfold project account, and they wanted to have a wallet that was collectively like owned by Avenged Sevenfold and what's the word I'm looking for? Delegated to voxel-ocean, where voxel-ocean had certain permissions on their wallet to like do things, but they didn't have like full control over the crypto, which is the thing you can do. You can have a wallet that has delegated
multi-sig wallet.
Yeah, a multi-sig wallet where there's multiple owners and maybe there's one address that has like full privileges to do everything. That would probably be owned by Avenged Sevenfold, and then all the delegates can they could mint an NFT, they could like list it for sale, but they can't withdraw crypto from that wallet, something like that. That's one of the goals with crypto is to be able to have those sort of permissions and controls where you can have some security over the way you function without having to go to the bank and like say, okay, here's my branch manager for this, and it gets messy. So it allows you as a an owner and a manager and stuff to control like what's going on with your accounts. Um, so how do they KYC the Avenged Sevenfold Voxel account? They can't. So it starts becoming an issue where you can't have these these profiles minting if you require KYC. So it doesn't really make sense to have KYC on minting, but we can ban that wallet from minting further on the sandbox. And I don't have direct permission to do that, at least not yet. Um, but I'm in contact with those who do. I've already talked to one of my teammates who might have already banned them from minting. Um, the scammer that we were talking about earlier. I did immediately ban their assets. I can keep an eye on them and make sure that they are just not having access to do things. Um, I can't personally stop them from minting, but we're it's the weekend, but that should all be resolved Monday. Um, yeah, that's about KYC. What was Asive.com's question? Verification top 10 to place in the top 10 all prize winning wallets must have completed the KYC or they must
So you
classify as
asked a
verified
question
creator.
before that. It was, do you have information on how to KYC verify a studio account as a business entity? And that second part you just read was in relation to the first part.
Oh, okay. Um, so that is a good question.
So I know that for voxel, we're a verified studio, a KYC verified studio. So I was just going to walk them through how we did that.
Okay.
But that we went through the process of becoming like a trusted partner. Uh, if, when you look at voxel, the Sandbox has a number of different pages for the people that that have gone through the verification process, and you can look through all the different teams that have done that. And voxel on, I think, pretty much all of them, all the different levels of verification we've done. So I was just going to go back through my notes because I don't remember exactly what we went through to do that. It wasn't an intense process, but we do have, a business set up, and we do have, the business information on record with the Sandbox, and that's how we did all that. So it was, it was a little bit of a process, but it was, in my mind, well worth it, and it didn't take all that long.
Yeah, I let me pull up because there's some information on that page about um on the Medium articles about being a KYC studio as well. Um, or it's not KYC, it's a verified studio. I believe is what the term is. Let me pull that up. So yeah, what Lucas did is he applied to the partner agency program, which is not going to work for everybody because you do have to pass a test um, to do that, and it's that is so that way the sandbox is comfortable saying you as a studio have been verified as somebody who is capable in creating projects of a certain level of quality, and you get your profile gets put on the sandbox's website, and people who are looking, potential partners who are looking for somebody who can build for them can go to that list and go, oh, hey, Sandbox is recommending this person. And not everybody's ready for that. So uh, the application process is to see, okay, can you build a level of decent quality? Can you make assets of a decent quality? Is everything optimized well enough to perform well? Can you make certain common game mechanics that people would expect you to be able to make, like having a collection quest where you have to grab items from around? Can you make a quest with multiple conversation trees where you have to talk to one NPC, go to another NPC, and complete the steps of a quest? That test is actually probably going to be changing now with 0.9. We're going to be seeing how we can upgrade that because we got the whole rule system, variable system. That's the whole game maker just got a huge level up in what's possible. So we want to make sure that these people who are applying to be a verified creator are keeping up to speed with the features and are able to make something. And we don't want to recommend, as a sandbox, we don't want to recommend a creator to somebody, go, oh yeah, they can totally build for you, who has only been working with the game maker for a couple days and goes, "Oh, I can do this," but they haven't really demonstrated that they can do it yet. So that's that whole process. That's not required to be a studio. You can be a studio. It's just that's for being a Sandbox recommended studio, and you could be a studio to participate in a game jam with no qualifications necessary. There are creators who right out of the gate are able to build stuff, and that's great. So um, you still have the opportunity to participate in a game jam. The thing with with joining a game jam, so must have completed KYC or must classify it as verified creators. So this is not a Sandbox recommended agency. Um, you either need to be linked with a Game Maker Fund account, which is kind of a whole process in and of itself, or you participate in 5 game jams and or vox edit contests and placed in the top 10 at least once. So this is
and you'll need to meet one of those requirements, not both of them.
Yeah. I'm trying to organize my thoughts here because I had like 2 separate thoughts that kind of diverged, and I'm trying to bring them back together. So this is an or. So whoever like the lead in your group is, sorry, all prize winning wallets. So if you have a team of 4 people and they're all KYC'd, then that qualifies as meeting the first criteria. So like, Half Dork, Hodl, Dr. Metaverso, and
Woke Zombie
in the chat. Woke Zombie, I'm sure are all KYC'd. Definitely. There's no way they're not. And if they teamed up and made a game, they would not need to be a verified creator. They would not need to have a Game Maker Fund account. They would not need to have participated in 5 game jams or vox edit contests and placed in the top 10 in at least one of those. They could just make a game and compete, and they could win first place. They've been KYC'd, each of them. But if one of them was not KYC'd, they could not receive a prize unless they did KYC or they were qualifying as a verified creator, meaning that they had participated in game jams and placed in the top 10.
Doesn't only one wallet get entered?
Does it need to be? I don't know. VPire maybe can enter. You only enter with one wallet. Oh, okay. I thought if you were in a team, all 4 people would
no, I think it's just one of the wallets.
Okay.
Like the one that's like the submitting wallet, like the account wallet.
There you go. And this participated in 5 game jams or vox edit contests and placed in the top 10 at least once. That is, it does seem kind of like, how can you place in that unless you've placed in that before? But there was a long time before where being KYC'd was not required. So that's
like a retroactive thing. You're grandfathered in that way.
Right. That's what that means. And then going forward, everybody should be KYC'd. So that's just
also
some important notes.
One little item. V is saying that it used to be like you were describing, but now it's just one. So you were correct. But it's recently been updated to the new setup.
Okay. All right. Glad we were able to answer that question because I think that's an important one. That's important for people to know how they can participate. All right. Are we ready to see who our 3rd place winner is in the game jam?
Very much so.
All right. So here we go. We're going to take a look at our 3rd place winner. Knock Knock by Alki Studio.
Congratulations.
This one we see as a competitive multiplayer game. You can see there's two sides to the map here for player 1 and player 2. And you have to trick or treat at each door. Some of them will have points, candies, for you to win. And others will have tricks that will mess up your screen, make everything go dark, do other weird stuff to you. All right, congratulations, Alki Studio, for Knock Knock.
Congrats. They can't see, but I'm dancing.
When you said that, they could see you, and you weren't dancing.
I mean, I had stopped because the announcements were over.
All right. Let's just move along to second place. Let's keep this going. Just remember.
Yes. Hype train.
Just remember that you need to download 0.9.9 if you want to play along with us for the winner. So do that.
I just did.
Second place for the Avenged Sevenfold Game Jam goes to Sinister 7 by Vox and Cheese.
Vox and Cheese.
We had a lot of fun playing this on the stream.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
It was super cool.
Such a dynamic duo.
Dripping with aesthetic. Had some pretty good jump scares. And was just really super cool. This whole fog of war kind of thing where you can only see so far definitely amps up the mood. And it just had a lot of like cool characterization. Just made you actually kind of like interested in what was going on in the shadows, with some really creepy things off to the side, and just a creative way to like lay out this game and interact with players. So great job.
This is a duo that I'm so happy to see them come together. Individually, they're both incredibly talented and wonderful human beings, and they're fun to hang out with and to talk to and to just engage with. But like they're obviously very, artistically talented as well in this medium, in this genre. But when they come together, the stuff that they create, it's not like they're adding their talent to each other, they're multiplying it. And it's so cool seeing them work together. Everything they've done so far has been, award-winning in my book. And I really like seeing, peanut butter come together with jelly like this.
That giant skeleton underneath the floor.
That's so cool.
It's the coolest thing ever.
And this is the 7 Deadly Sins one, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Just everything about this was fun, and it was just so well done.
And yeah, congrats. Had great replayability with it too, because
because we messed up and didn't finish it right.
Yes, because basically, but it wasn't like losing, like it gave me a drive to want to play it again. I haven't gotten around to playing again because I'm playing the Sandbox, like, and doing stuff in the Sandbox like all day every day, but it's just I do want to go back and play it again and get the right answer because I didn't catch all the clues for
To
the
be
good ending.
fair,
I did
I
get to the
was
end. I just got
you
the
did, you
bad
did.
ending. I got the bad ending, and I wanted the good ending.
Also, I did a lot of distracting that day. So the clues were right there. And I kept being like, look over here. And you were like, what's that? And I was like, never mind. And you would just like walk past things. And I wasn't doing it on purpose. I mean, I was distracting you on purpose, but I wasn't like
I was gonna
distracting you from
say,
clues on purpose. Yeah, it was completely purposeful, but there wasn't like a motive behind it. And, but we both had a lot of fun that day. And it was, I feel like it was because of the game. I mean, because we have fun no matter what we're playing, but still, like we had more than normal. Like that was a fun day. I specifically remember that one. It stands out.
Woke Zombie said that game. I've said multiple times already was GMF quality. It really was. It's uh the polish on that game was insane for a game jam. I think it's the amount of time spent making everything look um so cohesive, and just the way everything got brought together was insanely good. Um, and I'm having a hard time starting the game maker right now. Panic.
Deep
I'm just gonna try it again.
existential dread.
We're gonna see. We got to pull up our first place winner here. As you know, if you've watched our Game Jam award shows before, we play the top 10 in any random order, just so that way everybody kind of gets hyped who the nominees are for the top 3 places. Then we show the honorable mentions, and then we play you the third place winner and the second place winner as videos currently edited together by myself. I've not always been the editor, but
Madness.
Q GameMaker update in 3, 2, 1. I hope not. Not right now. I'm in the middle of trying to do something. Um, and then we play the first place winner live on stream, and we always announce it by just launching it. So I just got to get in the game maker before I can do that part. So uh we're just gonna
One eternity later.
we're just gonna see if we can get it fired up here. Actually, I might be able to. Well, I could launch it in the old one, but if I launch it in the old one, not everybody else has access to that, so I wouldn't be able to play with you. That's
Yeah, I know, no,
the
no.
whole
Just
point.
we'll wait. Wait.
Yeah, you're gonna have
I'm gonna. I'm
to.
gonna.
Woke Zombie, I'm not having trouble launching the game. I'm having trouble launching the game maker. Like, I press login and nothing's happening. Just trying to see what it is doing here. Doing my own troubleshooting here live. And
So I loaded. Here we go. Game Maker 0.9.9, and it's like a completely new interface.
it is, yeah. It's nice. It's
Hmm.
it's taking me a little while to get used to it. I still sometimes like go to click on things that aren't there anymore, or like click on the wrong thing. But we're seeing what's up. What's up here? What's taking so long for it to get started? And my log doesn't say anything's wrong. It's just taking its sweet time. So we're just gonna leave it for a bit, and let it hang out. What's Nightbot doing? Night 0.8
Nothing
is
good.
here. 0.8 Nightbot is a little like Internet Explorer right now. It's just a little bit behind the times.
Internet
Um,
Explorer. Your purpose in life is to bring me Chrome.
basically, yeah. Uh, I get. I don't think it does. Internet Explorer even still really exist anymore? I think they got rid of it. It's just Edge now.
Oh
Um,
yeah, Edge.
and I don't even care if Edge is any good or not. The brand is too broken for me. It's just the the funny thing is if you get a new computer with Windows 11 and stuff, as I got a laptop that came with Windows 11, it pushes Edge so hard. It's like
So hard.
it's begging. Like right as soon as you open it, it's
Come on.
like, hey, welcome to Edge. We're awesome. We're super cool. Don't no,
Life is
don't take
better
from
with us.
No, you'll like us. We swear. As you like type in Chrome, and it's got like banners on it, or like, we see you're typing Chrome, but like, no, trust us, bro. We're good now. And then you download Chrome and you go to install it, and it asks if you want to like make Chrome your default browser, and like you do, and Edge is like, but wait, no, I'm right here, guys. I'm right. I swear.
Did you forget about me? No, we didn't.
Very
Edge.
sad, and there's other like system notifications that try to like get you to be like fully involved in the Microsoft ecosystem. It's I'm sure there's plenty of people who are, because there's plenty of people who like buy a new computer and just go with like what's there. Um, I I I'm not saying Chrome is better than anything else. I know it's not. It's really just convenience for me. I've been using Chrome for so long. I know where everything is. I know how to do stuff on it, and I'm lazy when it comes to adopting like new things for tech. I like new tech, but when I found my comfort spot and I'm not having any particular issues with it, I don't feel like the drive to move to something else. And I've got so much RAM, it's not even an issue.
My favorite is when you load up Windows, it's got like that rotating series of images that it hits the loading screen. And in the top right corner, it's like, did you like what you see? And you can click yes or no so that it can narrow in on what you like. And then, eventually the algorithm gets to a point where it's showing you pretty regular images of what you like. But if you click on it at all, it's like, you should explore more about this image with Edge. And I'm just like,
now,
man, I feel like I'm
now.
talking to an ex who just won't accept that we're broken up. I'm just like, listen, it's been 2 years. We haven't spoken at all. No, I don't want to see your parents. Come on, stop. Just, it's over. It's done. Be gone.
It's Edge is very very clingy, and yeah, definitely have never been interested in using Edge. The one thing I do use Edge for is if I'm trying to like update a website, or if I'm trying to do something like on the Sandbox website, and because I have admin privileges, I can see things that other people, that normal users can't see, and I'm trying to find out like what does this website look like without any data cached about it. I will fire up either Firefox or Edge as browsers that I have installed but I never use. And
See, I use
I'm not
Chrome,
logged
or I
into
use
anything.
Chrome for that. I use Brave for everything, and then I use Chrome to fire up websites I've never visited before.
Yeah, it's a totally reasonable reason to have it.
So we still loading? Because if we are, I could drop a form if you want to do a
Yeah,
giveaway.
absolutely. Please drop that form. We're gonna be giving away. Did you say what we're giving away on that form?
I did not.
Okay,
What do
Lucas
you?
and I didn't talk about this yet. We're gonna give
No.
away. We're gonna give away a Singe Tat, as we usually do, but we're also gonna give away
Huh?
5 bats. I have this old
Oh.
bat asset, and I feel like bats is appropriate for the Avenged Sevenfold theme. Um, so I've had these bats minted for a long time, and yeah, you can use them in games you want to build or whatever. So we're gonna give away some of those as well.
1 hat, 5 bat.
Yep.
So there is a question on the forum that says, "Have you already won an orange hat?" I meant to delete that, but I didn't, and now it serves a purpose. So I'm leaving it on purpose.
All
Hey,
right.
that sounds redundant. Yeah, just
So
fill out the
yeah,
form. Everyone, get in there. Do your thing.
if you do have an orange hat, go ahead and fill out the form. You could win a bat. All right. Well, I just totally cleared my cache out. It's gonna hopefully launch everything. It just might take a second to download it all.
Sounds
Let's see what it
fair.
does.
I mean, if it loaded too quickly, I'd be suspicious.
Yeah,
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
it's downloading a bunch of assets. It's fine.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Feeling suspicious.
It happens. Do you want to bring up that video of the top 10 winners again? So something's playing in the background.
Oh yeah, we could do that. Except if I do that, then I can't see what the game maker's doing.
Well, then never
It
mind.
goes on the same screen. One of these days, I'll get a third monitor, and then I can really feel like a space shuttle with everything in front of me.
And then you can do this while you're streaming.
Yeah, basically.
It's what I do all stream long. There's no center point for me.
Yeah. The only problem is my desk isn't big enough for a third monitor.
I custom made I made my desk myself.
I'm in.
Yes.
Hey, let's go.
I guess we can cancel out that form. We're not going to do a giveaway today now that he's in. I'm kidding.
All right, but I'm just into the game maker. I still have to load up the actual experience.
I can't ask what the experience is. I don't even know yet. I am on the edge of my seat. Literally, like if the camera could zoom down, you could see I'm literally sitting on the edge of my seat. Excitedly waiting.
Just gonna let it load up here.
Before you hit play, you gotta give me a heads up.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Hold on. Because you probably want to jump into the instance, right?
Oh, that. Yeah.
There you go.
Why is Lucas not in Miami looking for that 8-foot alien? Lucas doesn't need to go to Miami to find the alien. I got him on speed dial, homie.
What? Oh,
people think my Rolodex is lacking, and it is not.
I'm not concerned about your Rolodex. What's this about an 8-foot alien?
Oh, Dr. Metaverse comment in the chat.
I see what was said. What is this about? What 8-foot alien in Miami?
Rumors of a 10-foot alien at Miami Mall Circulate Online. So he's not 8 foot, he's 10 foot. Why is Dr. Metaverso, cutting off a couple of his feet? That's rude. So there's a rumor of something happening. I think it was a Miami Mall. Oh yeah, okay. Dr. Metaverso, Miami Mall, alien running around doing, alien things.
All right.
So buying more probes. Unfounded rumor. Makes me just nauseous.
All right, everybody. Are you ready?
Are we ready? Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Am I ready?
Congratulations to Globo Studio for Zombie Hunt, winner of the Avenged Sevenfold Game Jam. This is so much fun. Oh, hey, Woke Zombie, you're already here. That was fast. Did you guess? Did you guess the winner? Aw, good applause. This game is basically what you could call Prop Hunt, which is a game mode that I've been waiting to have show up in the Sandbox for literally years now. I actually wrote game proposals for getting something like Prop Hunt into the Sandbox. We'll see if there's some more like support for it. Actually, I'm gonna use this game to pitch Prop Hunt further.
What version are you in?
9.9.
I'm in 9.9, and it said something went wrong. This experience's version is no longer supported, and it won't open.
What?
One second. Zombie Hunt. Oh, I think this is a me issue.
Maybe.
Second. Zombie Hunt.
It'll say like the
Haunted Hunt?
Nope. It should say Horror Ace 7XGJ Zombie Hunt. So yeah, what's going on that's really cool here is each pose that you can do brings up a disguise. So you can crouch to become a barrel. You can lay down to become a crate.
Oh.
And you can sit to become caged. And
What?
all throughout the inside of the game, inside the mansion, there are other zombies that are not actual players, but that are inside barrels and crates. So
Okay.
you can see as you look through this window here, you can
All of the
see,
things.
yeah. So when the game starts, one person is selected as the seeker, and everybody else
Okay.
has to hide. And oh, I guess you can't get out that way. I just discovered this part today. Like, I've played this game a bunch of times, and I had no idea that there was an observation area. So if you join this game and it's already in progress, because it locks you in the mansion while you're playing. But if the game is already in progress, you can actually duck down in through here. You can fall in this hole here, which is cool because I made that asset. I never thought of somebody using it that way. So it made me so happy. I ran up to it because I was like, oh hey, I made this. And then I fell inside the cave and I was like, what? It just made me so happy to see somebody use it that way. Yeah. Anyway, you get to you can watch people run around, which is kind of cool. It's a very thoughtful way of doing it. How'd you get up there? Did you jump on these? Oh, I saw a third person connect. Hey, Lucas is right. What'd you do to fix it? How'd you get in here?
I just closed out Game Maker, opened it back up, and
Oh, okay.
now I'm good. Yeah.
Weird. I don't
There
know how you
will
got up there, Rogue
be
Zombie.
one killer and all others will be
Oh,
victims. You
there
can
we go.
transform yourself by pressing X, C, or long C. Try it now, please. Let's try. Okay. I push X. I turn into a cage. I push C. I turn into a barrel. Barrel's adorable. Long press C. I turn into a box. Not gonna lie. I'm digging on that box.
At first, I thought that all the items must be hidden like inside the body of the zombie,
Mhm.
and Panda and I were like, "There's no way," because it's like that would be so much work to get all those items to like hide inside. But if you go to the edge of the map, you can actually see how they did it.
How? How'd they do that?
It's down at the bottom of the map. So you
You're
can see
down at the bottom of the map.
as I run around in a circle down at the bottom of my screen, you can see that it's there. And when I sit down, you can actually see it go flying up.
That's clever. That's super clever.
It's really well done. Like a very simple solution, but you know they thought of it, and it's great. So great use of custom nodes to place that object down there. And they did it so that way it would apply to every animation. And then theoretically you could make more items. Like I think 3 is enough. And you have shortcut keys for all of them with that. But you could even do it with more items by doing it with the dances. You know, you can make it so that way a different item would pull up with the different dances and emotes. So you could have a whole like you could have like 100 items. Well, maybe not 100, but you could have like a dozen.
A million.
One for each emote. You could make every single different emote have a different object that went with it. Now that would probably make the characters really heavy. Like
Like they had a Thanksgiving dinner beforehand.
Yeah, they sink right to the bottom.
Hi, Panda.
Hi.
You know what you should do next time you pop into the chat? You should just say flonk or something. You're like, or just like make it seem like you're the recording. Really just throw him off and then start talking once he's thrown off, so he's double thrown off.
I saw your face like acknowledge I was here, and
Mm.
I feel like we had a moment where we both knew I was gonna stay silent until the opportunity presented itself.
It was a good
Right
one.
there with you. Right there
It
with
was a
you.
good one. I don't, because I have streamer mode enabled. I don't get any ba-dunk sound when somebody
Oh.
joins the call. So I
Why
had
would you
no
tell
idea.
us that? We're just going to abuse that information.
I had no idea Panda was in here. I think I've said it before.
Yeah, which is why I stayed very silent. I was like, he doesn't know I'm here.
Panda, did you know about the secret observation room?
No.
If you go in through oh wait, did you already? No, they started without me. I'm gonna have to observe.
Oh no.
I didn't get in. I was too busy goofing around. I didn't get into a crypt fast enough. So Panda and I are gonna get to observe this round. How many people? Wait, is only one person in a cage? No, okay. They're all starting to hide. Panda, follow me.
Okay.
So wait, you
Cold cuts and cheese is it. Cold cuts and cheese has to go find victims. So Panda, down in here.
Oh.
We get to watch. So if we look around, we can
Yeah, Alex,
see...
maybe we don't make it sound so creepy next time.
It's only creepy because you said that.
No.
Cool.
Right. So we... My game maker crashed.
Oh, so
Oh,
did mine.
no.
Are you still in there, Lucas?
Yeah, I'm still...
Cold Cuts and Cheese said they crashed. Cold Cuts and Cheese is it. Cold Cuts and Cheese is the killer.
I win!
I guess that means everybody wins.
So is this, it's just hide and seek? Is that what this is?
Yeah, it's hide and seek, but it's
Okay.
We would call it prop hunt because you get to hide as objects that are in the room.
Okay. I've never played a game like this before.
It's really fun.
It's a lot of fun. I've played.
I'm excited.
Prop hunt's usually in Call of Duty, as not the most recent Call of Duties, but I think it's in Black Ops or something. I haven't played the. I think I've. What have I played prop hunt in?
Fortnite.
I don't know. I've not played it in Fortnite.
Did you grab a box and run around your house? Maybe play with your daughters?
But so you can turn into different props of like different sizes. Oh wait, no, they did put it in the Call of Duty mobile game. I did play it in that. Zombie hunt. So Panda and I have played multiple sessions of this without it crashing.
Yeah, and lots of fun, especially the way I play it.
Woke Zombie says we might need a new instance. Well,
I see Woke. I see Dr. Metaverso too.
In order to get a new instance, we'd all have to be out of the game
For like 5 minutes.
For like 5 minutes, yeah. So we might not be able to fully play it.
It says the population is 5 right now.
Yeah, your prop would whistle. So yeah, the way this one works is well, I'll explain the way the Call of Duty one works. So you get assigned a specific prop in the Call of Duty one. You can't pick what you are, and you might be a huge like air conditioning unit or a refrigerator or a road barrier or something like big and difficult to hide as. Or you might get lucky and you might get a really small item that you can kind of disguise yourself in like a corner of junk or something. Or an item that's already elsewhere in the map, like a chair where there's a bunch of chairs around a table and you could hide as one of those chairs. And then there's another team of seekers who like run around shooting everything, trying to figure out which ones are players.
Who's what?
And every once in a while, the players will whistle, Okay, it says this match is going to go for 1 minute and 42 seconds. So maybe. Oh, it feels like it's running a lot smoother now. I don't know. If it crashes again, we might have to.
It's a 0.9 issue.
It's a 0.9 issue.
Well, I'm guessing that's what it is because
Oh,
it
yeah.
ran real smooth before.
Right, yeah, it worked fine in 0.8. But I'm not sure. It's a newer version of 0.8 that wasn't ever released to the public, so we wouldn't be able to get everybody in it. And I can't distribute that one because it's got Avenged Sevenfold music in it, and that would basically be piracy, sort of. I'm not authorized to share that version.
So don't.
We do need this game on the map, yeah.
Yeah.
This everybody needs to play this,
Oh.
and like I said, I want to share this with some of the team. I mean, of course, Corton's already seeing it, but other people, because I want to encourage them to add prop hunt like mechanics. What I would love to see is people being able to transform into assets they own. I think that would be super cool to like have as a. It would give a lot of utility to NFTs, for players owning assets. So, yeah. Did the timer? It said 1 minute 45 seconds, didn't it?
No,
It
it said
did.
10 minutes.
Oh.
Did it say 1-0 and I just read it as a 1?
Yeah.
What is
Because as
wrong
soon
with
as
me?
you said it, I was like, is he not in the same instance as me? And I looked at the clock and then I looked around and saw you were there.
Oh,
And I was like, oh, okay. And I just thought, I won't correct him.
So
It's
we
fine.
I mean, the amount of time it would take to get everybody out of this instance, let the old one close, and start up a new one, the timer would have run out on this anyway. So, we may as well just hang out, I guess. So anyway, the prop hunt from Call of Duty is a ton of fun, and it's hilarious to watch like streamers and YouTubers play it because of just the amount of screaming that happens when they almost get caught. It is really like playing hide and go seek. It brings all that childhood joy with it. But I would love to see this game and other games like it, with different locations. The funny enough, like the game that I pitched that got me my job at the Sandbox was a hide and go seek game. It was a combination of two things because we didn't even have a game maker yet, so there were no game mechanics. Imagine applying to the Game Maker Fund without knowing what tools are going to be in the Game Maker. That was what I
mean,
did.
at that point, you're just like, hey, here's what my imagination says is going to happen.
Like, I don't know if this is going to be possible. Like, we had never seen the Game Maker yet. We just knew voxel art and games. So I proposed a game that had a single player story mode, which was a mansion that you were like inheriting and you had to explore, and there were like secret tunnels, and it was kind of very like Lara Croft-ish. As
Okay.
I don't remember which Tomb Raider game it was, but there's one where you spend a lot of time like running around her house, and she's got like her training area. Well, you don't have to spend a lot of time. I spent a lot of time running around her house. She's got a whole training room with like wall climbing and like acrobatic stuff to jump off of. So like that, except not with a dedicated training room. It's just the actual house is like that. Secret tunnels, passageways, maybe some ominous presence lurking in the background, and a whole story associated with that, as you like discover this place. Kind of think like Gone Home, except a mansion instead of a house, and creepier, I guess. More mysterious. Unfortunately, you can't add another seeker after the game starts. Actually, you know what? If I don't know if Globo Studios is watching, but what would be nice is if anybody new who joins could become a seeker. too. I mean, like, yeah, they get the observation deck, but if the seekers fall out, if they get disconnected, then everybody's kind of stuck. Either that or give some sort of like vote mechanic with like to like restart the game. Oh whoa! Why are all the zombies down here? Well, they all disappeared.
They just want to hang out. Bored.
What
But
was
like, yo,
that? You
we
saw
want
that, right?
attention. Yeah. A little glitchy. It like popped out of nowhere.
And it immediately got smoother. Like,
Spooky.
I don't know what that was. That was weird.
All this fog is giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Tomb Raider 2. This was on PC. Actually, I played it on a Mac. It was a port. Aspire.
Was the screen green and black?
What?
Old Macs. They like, like the
No,
first
not
Macs,
that
they had
old. Good grief.
green and yeah.
Not a Mac 2. No. Or I guess Mac 2. It's a black and white screen. Mac 1.
Did you close it down and start up Zork?
No. This was like 2007, 2008, something like that. Aspire is a company that did game ports for a lot of Eidos Square Enix games, and they did a port of Tomb Raider. Wait, was Eidos Square Enix? I don't even remember now.
Look in the distance, you just see that giant barrel like walking, little legs.
Oh yeah.
Nothing suspicious to see here.
I didn't notice that it did that before. I love that so much. How you doing, Panda?
I'm good.
Panda wasn't feeling great. That's why she wasn't here for earlier.
Nah, I've had a lot of heartburn medicine. I've had a lot of ice poles. So yeah, and then I saw you just put a message saying zombie head, and I was like, "It's happening! It's happening!"
This is not a drill, people. This is what we've been training for.
I do love that you get the little crouchy legs. That's so hilarious.
That is very
that had
very
to be
Looney Tunes. Yeah.
That 100% was intentional, and I love it.
Absolutely.
So much. Do the cages blink red lights for the other zombies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's because my camera was usually tilted up, so I never noticed the blinking red till just now. Where was I going with all this? So the game that I pitched. So that was the single player game. It's this whole like house that you'd explore, and it was kind of inspired by the childhood of having my great grandmother had not a mansion, but she did have a large house.
A haunted mansion?
Well, when you're 6 years old and it's dark and creepy in the attic in the basement, it kind of feels haunted. But I lived there for a month or two, so it was. I was fine. There weren't any actual ghosts, but
okay.
Yeah.
I don't believe
it was just
go on.
It was just a fun experience as a kid to have like this big house to explore, but also the idea of exploring spaces that you're not, or playing in spaces that you're not usually allowed to, because like the old furniture was was all antiques. She probably bought it new, but that was 70 years before. So it's just the idea of like jumping on the couches you're not supposed to, sliding down the wooden banisters, climbing up lattice work and stuff. Just all those things that as a kid are like so fun to do.
Taking a sled down the steps.
Yeah, I totally had to tell my kids to not try doing that at our house when we watched Home Alone for Christmas because our front door doesn't open and they would just crash into the wall.
The front door doesn't open, period? I think you're doing houses wrong.
Well, we've got a side door to the kitchen, not unlike
Okay.
It's actually in the same position as the Home Alone house.
Okay.
It's around the right side of the house.
Alex is fancy.
Except my front door doesn't work. The front
door.
So
fancy. The front door is just for show.
The front door is double doors. They do
That
work,
is fancy.
They do work, but they're all busted up, so I just leave them locked all the time. They have a bolt that pushes up at the top and it pushes down at the bottom, and they don't latch properly, so they have to be locked, and it's too high for my kids to reach, so we just leave them locked all the time. Super drafty. They're taped up all around the edges so they don't let all the hot air out or cold air out in the winter or in the summer.
Picking up what you're throwing down.
Yeah, they're bad doors. They're bad doors. They don't work right. So we just leave.
It would be a great wall.
We leave them locked and sealed, and it confuses delivery people when they knock on them, and we're like, "Oh, come around to the side door because you're not." It took me like 5 minutes to open them.
You know what you should do? You should put a sign on the front of the doors that says "out of order."
The victims win because
Oh,
they
we've got two
banished the
questions.
killer.
We got two questions that I would love to ask real quick here
Absolutely.
from Fred and Ferd and from Woke Zombie. And they kind of play off of each other. They have a similar theme to them. So Fred and Ferd asks, any ideas around instances with passwords so you can only play with your friends, for example. And the next question from Woke Zombie is, has it been discussed about gating experiences with a set amount of EP from other experiences, either with or without an NFT alongside it? So discuss.
Both are great ideas. I don't know if either currently have proposals to develop. So yeah, as far as like a password for friends, you neither thing can be done right now with the existing mechanics unless you wanted to do something very manual, and it would really only work for you and your own experience. So if you wanted to make an experience that was just for you and your friends to run around, say you made like a house to show off your NFTs, and you wanted to just hang out with your friends there as like a space and not have a bunch of random people running around, you could token gate it with an NFT that you give to your friends and not put up for sale. You could also make it password protected. You could have some sort of message prompt pop up when the game starts, and have they have to pass the prompt in order to enter, basically.
Yeah.
If they fail, they could get like a defeat, and then they just wouldn't be able to do anything.
Let me ask you a question. So this could be like what we've seen in some of the experiences where there's just a series of numbers or letters or a code that you have to input. So you could have the beginning of the game start out where they're just in a secluded room, and to get out of said room, they have to get the code right. Would you be able to set that up so that, let's say they go, okay, fine, if I have to input a code to do this, then I'm just not going to input a code. I'm just going to sit here. Could you set it up so that it was also like after, they were sitting there for a minute, that if they didn't get the code right, that it would, kick them out? Like, because you have the timer start counting down from the second they log in.
Well, if they got it wrong, they could get a defeat, and then it would end the game.
So see, what if they don't enter the code, period? What if they just sit there and look at it?
I mean, you could give them a defeat if they don't pass the password in a limited amount of time.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, hi Maggie, what's up? Felicity's in the house. Okay, yeah, that's fine. All right. She's letting me know that she's using the bathroom in the office. So yeah, you could totally have a timer to defeat, and if they fail the password, defeat. And then they could keep on like retrying, re-entering, but they wouldn't be able to do much.
Okay.
You could even make it so that way the place where you connect is like hidden away in a hole somewhere. So that way it's not observable to everybody else who's in there that somebody has joined. But really, I mean, while it does take money to mint an uncommon asset, or a common asset, it doesn't take a lot of money. It would take maybe a few pennies of Matic, and I think common catalysts are selling for less than 50 cents right now. So if you wanted to mint an NFT to token gate your experience for like say 20 friends, then it would probably cost less than $15 to put that together. And then other people just wouldn't even be able to connect. As far as like EP for having somebody play part 1 of a game to get to part 2, you could do that password system as part of like beating the other game. Like each quest that you beat, or just like beating part 1 of the game could give a password. Say, hey, remember this, write it down. You'll need this to play part 2. And then when people connect to part 2, say, hey, if you've played part 1, enter the password. If you haven't played part 1, go play it. I don't think we can set up portals. It would be nice if you could have a portal. Oh no, it crashed again. All right. I was waiting for more people to connect so we could Oh, Panda was Seeker, I was so busy like talking and like running in a circle, I didn't even realize the round started.
Yeah,
That's
I
how
think Woke pressed the button. Somebody pressed the button and I just jumped in a cage.
I was not even paying attention. Wow. Bad on me.
I think anybody that's hiding, if they / respawn, it should fix it, maybe. Because then you'll be able to interact with the guy again.
Can you interact
Ooh,
with the guy again? Because
Game
when I tried
Dizzy's
talking to him
here.
when the game was on, it didn't work.
Game Dizzy's here, and he asks a wonderful question. He says, is there any updates regarding transactions in game or airdrops for, let's say, completing a game?
The transactions in game, last I heard, is still a ways off.
Okay.
I remember that
But
getting
that's
asked at
on
an
the
AMA.
docket for the future.
It's something that's being looked into. I don't know that it's being actively developed yet.
Okay.
Airdrops for, let's say, completing a game. So because you can get EP for a game, there can be a list generated of who played or beat a game. Now, we don't have that dashboard for creators yet, but that is something that's in the works. There is yeah, it's like an API thing. So developers will be able to they'll be able to pull data about their game activity. All right. So unfortunately, we're having technical difficulties with actually playing the game. I really hope everybody gets a chance to play this. I'm going to play a video of what a full session looks like. I have it from making the video for the top 10. So my daughter is just on the toilet singing. It's hilarious. You probably can't hear, it's too soft, but
I cannot.
let's see here. What's this called? It's
Oh,
called
it's saying I'm population 1. Am I all alone?
it crashed for me.
Oh, I am all alone.
I'm all
That
alone.
sounds so sad.
Yeah. Everybody come join me, and then we'll see if we can make it work. But you gotta have friends.
Myself.
All right, Bridget Jones.
I don't know what that means.
You've never watched Bridget Jones?
We're men,
No.
Panda.
You've never been
She
forced
sounds
to
like a
watch-
very nice lady.
she is absolutely wonderful, and being an adult makes you realize how brainwashed we were as teenagers to think that Bridget Jones in that film was fat and old because she is like 30 and a regular size.
hey, the 2010s were wild. It was
They
probably
were.
what, 2005, 2000. I don't remember I don't know how old that movie
Let-
is.
I
was a kid
mean,
when it came out, I think.
What's the movie called?
Bridget
Diary-
Jones' Diary.
The
Oh.
Diary of Bridget Jones, I think.
Yeah,
I feel it came out in the early 2000s, but I don't remember exactly.
it sounds familiar. It
I
sounds like something
think
I've heard of.
2005, I'm guessing. I hoping. Holmes's Diary, the first one.
There's
Oh
multiple
no,
versions of it.
I think there's like 2 or 3. I want to
Oh, okay.
cry. That's the first one came out in 2001,
Yeah, I felt like it came out when I was a kid. It was not something I was allowed to watch
and the second one was 2004. You weren't allowed to watch Bridget Jones's Diary when you were like in 2001.
when I was 11.
Yeah.
My parents were very like I wasn't allowed to watch Friends either.
Oh.
Um,
Yeah, I know. My parents.
I come from a
wouldn't-
family of
wouldn't-
prudes.
My parents wouldn't let me watch anything either. I wasn't allowed to watch Willow because there was spells in it, so it was clearly witchcraft. I wasn't allowed to read Harry Potter because
I
it was
was
clearly witchcraft. I
I
wasn't
wasn't
allowed to
allowed to do
watch.
that. Yeah.
No, but it goes on. Like I wasn't allowed to watch Star Trek because there was witchcraft.
But that was
My parents watched Friends like religiously, but
Friends was great.
it was too mature of material for my 7-year-old eyes.
Here.
Did they let you watch Courage the Cowardly Dog? Because
We didn't have Cartoon Network.
Because I was
Yeah.
gonna say that is darker than Friends. Like,
Oh yeah, but it's not sexual. It's not.
Mm.
I mean, Johnny Bravo. I'm just throwing that out there.
That man.
I didn't have Cartoon Network, so
Wow.
it wasn't a question.
See, I've watched Courage and Johnny as an adult. I didn't have Cartoon Network as a kid either, so.
Trying to think of what was on normal cartoon. Well, I didn't go to American TV.
Gargoyles, Spider-Man, X-Men, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I
Oh,
was
there you
allowed
go,
to watch
Teenage Mutant-
Animaniacs.
Oh, the Disney Afternoon. You guys remember that? Where it was like Darkwing Duck and DuckTales.
Darkwing
and...
Duck,
that was good.
Tailspin, and Animaniacs were my
Yes.
thing. And then Pinky and the
I
Brain.
love Darkwing Ducks. Oh, Darkwing Duck and
Let's
DuckTales
get
when they would bring on Gizmo
dangerous.
Duck. I was just like, oh my god.
First, I don't know why I wasn't
my
allowed to
jam.
watch DuckTales. I think it's because there was like a vampire lady or something.
There was Magica McSpell or Magica Dispel. There
I
you go.
also wasn't allowed to watch Tiny Toons. I was allowed to watch Animaniacs, but not Tiny Toons because there was a girl who like did a yoga pose and then levitated, and my mom was like, "Oh no, let's not do that." I feel betrayed because there was no Harry Potter when I was a kid, and it's all like the Pokemon panic and all that stuff. Like, Pokemon's like my mom wasn't off. My mom wasn't that crazy. I was still allowed to read The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, but Harry Potter was just a little too far. Too far.
I still have my original copy of The Hobbit. Half of it is upstairs and the other half of it is downstairs because when my parents saw me reading it, like I got it and they didn't know I had it and I wasn't supposed to read it. And my dad saw it and he just tore it in half and he threw half of it one way and half it the other way because that's how you destroy a book is by tearing the pages down the center. He just tore the binding. Thank you.
Yeah.
He just tore the binding. He didn't actually tear any of the pages or anything. And he just threw them in different directions. And then he like stormed off like he had won. And I walked over and I grabbed one half and I walked over and I grabbed the other half. And I was just like, I'm going to go hide these in different places. And I still have both the halves of the book.
See, my dad liked The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. It wasn't
Nice.
like it wasn't like it's not that fantasy wasn't allowed. It's just that witches were not allowed to be the good guys. Basically. All right.
Hated
So
Charmed.
yeah, I would sneak watch Charmed, which is funny because my wife's currently watching Charmed, and my daughters are like, "This show is for us too." And
Yeah, like Charmed is amazing. I loved it growing up. But
yeah,
let's
so
just
now I walk
stop.
into the room and it's like, I need to find a man. Let's make a love potion spell, and I'm like,
That's so cute.
Consent is important.
I don't know how I feel about this anymore.
Hey.
Hey. Hey,
B.
I got those winners.
who are our winners?
Okay, we're gonna start off with the winner of the orange hat, and then we're gonna work our way into all 5 of they're bats, correct, Alex?
Yeah. I'll pull up the
Like flappy bats. They're like flying around the top of the cave, like spitting
Yeah.
out guano on us. Got it.
I don't think they spit the guano, but
I don't know how biology works. The winner of today's singed orange hat is Masquita, or O0 Masquita 0O. Congratulations, my friend. You have won the orange singed hat. It's a little bit dusty, musty. You might want to take it to the dry cleaners, but once you get it all freshened up, it's going to be perfect and look great on you. Wear it with pride, my friend. The next 5 winners of the Alex's Bats. I don't know why I'm having trouble saying bat. Dr. Metaverso, Ikion Art, Fashul, Cookie Boy King, and Tommy Ton. You have all won
hey,
a bat.
congrats.
Guano not included.
Yeah,
Aw,
no guano.
reason I want one.
You can make your own guano, Panda.
Okay.
Also, Cookie Boy King, that name, I smile every time I see it pop up on screen. That's just funny. I don't know why it makes me smile, but it does. So, to the Cookie Boy King, thank you.
It's not a Pokemon. It's like a real life bat. I looked at a lot of
What's it-
pictures of bats when I made this.
Wait, I'm
Does
not
it
looking at the
do
screen.
that?
It looks nothing like a
It's
zoo
different-
bat. It looks like a
it's
real life
different
bat.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm teasing.
Oh, what is it? Is it the Noibat? I love the Noibat.
The purple one?
It's a Voxymon.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. It's a Voxymon. And
Look
if
at
you
that
do
game
its
physique. It's a
idle,
zoo bat.
if you do its
Yeah.
idle, it goes to sleep.
Aw.
Now, this was made before there was a lot more than just like the flying mechanic, or yeah, it may be a little tricky to like pose the sky for your game, but with the animated decoration behavior, you should be able to set up some different things for it. That should work. The idea was
What's his
that
evolved form?
Hmm?
What's his evolved form?
be a vampire.
The evolved form of who?
Of the bat?
This one.
Batista?
Oh, it really does have an evolved form. I was joking. I'm now really happy.
What is happening? Oh, the vampire bat. Well done, Alex.
Yeah.
Well done. Thinking on your feet. Just pew pew, shooting from the
I
hips.
was thinking on my feet when I made that like 3 years ago.
It's like I knew
I'm
one
streets
day
ahead.
Panda would ask this.
One of these days, I'm gonna meet somebody named Panda, and then she's gonna ask
And?
this question years later, and I'll be able to say, "Gotcha."
Gotcha. And then he did. And it was well worth the slow play.
All right, so those are going to be getting sent out. In the meantime, since we're having technical difficulties, there are still people trying to play it, but I think I'm done. We're gonna just
That's fair.
play this video of a whole gameplay session. I think this even has the music. Hopefully, Twitch doesn't get mad at us for this.
It will.
Probably.
It's fine. I can. Well, it's YouTube that might get mad.
Just cut it here. People can go and do
yeah,
other stuff.
Because all I need to do for Twitch is just make it so this doesn't go back on our replays, and it's
There you
fine.
go. Yeah. And we'll just, mute the audio.
Yeah, I can
this
do
part.
that in the editing software.
Post production.
I saw a question. Game Dizzy. Alex, I've been away from some of new regulations. What the new policies around fan art or deploying assets to the marketplace or creating a game with copyright assets? Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Let me see. I answered somebody's question on Discord related to this. Let me see if I can find exactly what I wrote.
Double dip. I love it.
So in this in this game session, you can see that the player is a they become the seeker, I believe. So just as you're watching what's playing on the screen. Oh no, they're hiding. Never mind. So they're gonna hide for this session. And there's like other like activities and stuff you can do around inside the mansion. We never got inside the mansion on the live here, so but you can grab some tasks and stuff to do as you're running around. Let's see. Who did I talk to? See. Maybe said by Alex, maybe.
There you go.
I don't like OpenSea or not OpenSea. I don't like Discord's search feature very much. Like I feel like I have a hard time using it effectively.
Is this one of those moments where I should tell you to get good?
Alex, Game Dizzy continues with his question. So, is Sandbox taking action of their own, or do you wait for a brand to notify you? Also, if you were to get written permission, would that be okay specifically to be for profit or for fan art non-commercial purposes?
So, okay,
I like the extension of that question. That's.
I'm not going to try looking up what I said before. I'll just answer the questions outright. So, my suggestion in general would be to make original work. That's the easiest thing for everybody, is if people make original work. You can post fan art to Instagram, you can post fan art to DeviantArt, you can post fan art to Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and like all sorts of other platforms, and not have any problems with that. The difficulty with trying to do something like that on the Sandbox is that it's a platform where you mint things, put them on chain, and they can be sold. Whether that's your intent or not, that's what the platform enables. So if you make stuff, we don't know what your intent is for how it's going to be used. Like, you could mint it and intend to just have it be in your land as like a fan art piece and never monetize anything, and that would potentially be okay. But we don't have a way of being like assured that you won't then go and sell it on OpenSea or something. The hay from the game confused me. So the policy in general is that it's not allowed. If you look at the terms of use say that you are required to only make stuff that you have rights to, and fan art, you don't have any rights to make fan art on the platform. So uploading, while I have the ability as an admin and as a moderator to check what's been made by an account, like, I don't spend my day just browsing what everybody's uploaded. I really just look at what's been minted. So if you are going to make fan art, I would say your best thing to do is to not mint it, and just, I guess, show it off on social media or something. I mean, it's you do run the risk, because if you publish it on a land, like, land is also a sort of monetized thing. Like, somebody can buy your land, you could be selling passes to your land. Then are people buying a pass to play a game that's full of fan art. Well, then that's monetizing the fan art, even if you didn't mint the fan art. So it's really not recommended, and the official policy is in the terms of use, but the way it is enacted is that if we see copyright content on a land, then we ask the creator if we're able to contact them to take it down. And if we can't contact you because there's no contact information provided, then we do actually ban the experience, and then you have to contact us to say, okay, I've updated it without the content. Can you allow me to republish it? So what I mean about the contact thing is people can mint and publish to a land without having an email address attached to their account. So if there's no email address on your account, if there's no Twitter or Discord or anything linked to your profile, then we don't necessarily have a way to contact you other than by banning the experience, which unpublishes it from the map. And then you can email, I think it's publishing.support@sandbox.game. And I think that email address like pops up on your profile if you've had an experience banned. So you'll be able to contact us and say, hey, like either you didn't understand what the ban was about, and we can talk to you about it, or you can disagree with the ban and give your reasoning. It could potentially be